Hello everyone and welcome back to From City to Country. This is the weather today. It's super windy, super chilly, super wet and just dreary looking today. I was going to do a vlog today. We had some plans to work there in the garden. But yeah, I guess the weather had other plans. I'm going to try and show you all a bit of what is going on. I hope you all can hear me. I might have to end up doing a voiceover later over this video if the wind just makes my voice disappear on this video. So we're gonna try anyway. Let's go. This is the garden right now. At the moment we've had to take this down before the wind knocked it over and break it up again, so that's why that's laying like that. Right, here you can see, I hope you guys can hear me. Here you can see some beds laid out. What we plan to grow here on these beds here, you could probably see something's planted there already. There are some tomatoes in this bed. We decided to lay down some weed fabric this year because one, we have a toddler. Two, we now have a newborn baby and we may not be able to get out here and weed as often as we'd like to. So this is the plan for most of the crops this year. Yeah, so we've got some determinate tomatoes here and semi-determinate, and there was a bigger one over here, but if I zoom in a bit closer, you can see there it's broken off. Yeah, it's not focusing very well, but yeah, it's broken off. I wasn't very happy with that, but the thing with tomato plants is you can just dip the broken bit off and put it in a jar of water, or you can just stick it back in the ground, and the roots should be formed in about 1 or 2 weeks, and then it will just continue growing like nothing ever happened. Over here we've got 2 more seedlings, well 3 actually. Here I didn't put the companion plants with these as yet. In between the tomato plants here I've got nasturtiums, several different varieties, and marigolds. Over here it's going to mimic that other side as well. I went on and I think I just oversown tomatoes, but we're not complaining. If we have loads, we'll just give some of the harvest away. And yeah, over here I'm planning to put some of my kale and maybe cabbages as well. Kale and cabbages here, maybe these 2 rows. This time we're a little bit more prepared in terms of covering from pests such as flea beetles, aphids. Flea beetles don't really attack the brassicas, but they do attack the squash, and the flea beetles had a right go at the squash last year, and we did not have a harvest at all. First it was killed off by the frost, then it was killed off by the pests. Last year we planted the squash over there where my fingers is, right here. Yeah, we decided we're not going to plant the squash over there this year, but we're going to plant the squash over there next to that bed. I'm going to show you what that bed is in a moment, but let's continue on this way. Over here I've got a herb bed, and these are let me face the wind face my back to the wind. These are perennials. So I'm just going to cover this with some wood chips so you don't really see the black bits of the fabric. Over here we sowed, well, TK planted these in here, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Planted some corn, about 50 something plants of corn there. This green fabric you see here, it's just temporary until we build the fencing around the perimeter of the garden. This is because we have a lot of deer that comes through here, some rabbits, some hares. Yeah, there's a lot of, you know, different animals that run through here, because as you can see there's no fencing, there's just posts there, so they're just free to roam everywhere in here. So we're just gonna fence around the perimeter of our garden this year. Right, let's move on to this section. Over here I've got some garlic, and you can see the wind is so strong it's blown off my cover. But yeah, so got some garlic here that I sown last autumn, so it should be ready to harvest at the end of, well, maybe August, beginning mid-August, I think. Yeah, we should be able to harvest those. You can see the bulb is starting to get bigger. Don't know if you can see. Yep. I really have to mulch this area. I've been saying that for a while, but I've managed to weed it, so that's good. Right, now we're here near the greenhouse. We have started establishing a raised bed here, and we have another raised bed that we're going to position here, and we're going to cut that raised bed in half and make another raised bed out of it. So we're going to place that here. We're going to sow maybe some lettuce in there or something. We'll see. I'm still planning that bit. TK rotivated all here and behind the greenhouse here. What I was thinking is to put a different variety of corn on this side, and some squash as well. We have a lot of squash plants and watermelon. We're thinking that some can go here, all along here. Oh, I'm just getting shelter from this greenhouse because it's blocking some of the wind. I really hope I haven't recorded this video in vain and you can't hear anything I'm saying. Here we have got some strawberries that we've planted again in the fabric. Last year it was in a different bed and it was overgrown with thistles, and I had to weed it out by hand to get these strawberry plants out. And that's the plan this year. We're just trying to cut back the amount of weed that grows and eventually will kill up plants. Here's another project that TK has started. We are establishing here a polytunnel because last year for our squash and some of our other plants like aubergines, didn't really make it throughout the year. It did survive after, you know, the ones got killed off by the frost and we replaced that. It just didn't, the season wasn't long enough for it to be able to fruit, so we didn't harvest anything off of those. So we are building a polytunnel this year. This is not the height that the polytunnel is going to be. We just TK just placed it here so that we can get an idea of how wide it's going to be. So that's how wide the polytunnel is going to be, and it's probably going to end just over there. In there we're going to put some of our tomato plants, and yeah, we just want to extend the harvest of most of the crops that cannot stand the cold weather here. Right, it's too cold, my hands are going numb. Let's go into the greenhouse. Oh, that's better. Wow, yes, that is much better. All right, the first thing I do most of the time when I come into the greenhouse is check the temperature. So the temperature currently in here today is 13 degrees Celsius, and it got to a low of 4.5 last night. The highest today, I guess it was 35. Yes, it's really cold outside and windy. I can definitely feel the drop in temperature in here compared to yesterday. Definitely. You probably can hear how strong the wind is outside. Really, really strong. But yeah. For those of you probably coming from the previous video before this one, it had a lot less vegetables in here. Our greenhouse is maxed out to the brim. Yeah, we have no space. I've had to clear the ground here so I can walk freely to show you what's in here, but the rest is in the house. Yeah, so we've got some extra tomato plants here. We have some grapes that we pulled back out from the ground outside because it was attacked by the rabbits and the deer, so we have another plan for those this year. They're not going back over there where they were last year. It's too open, and we want a more sheltered spot for them. So let's continue with this tour, this extended tour. So everything has grown much more from the previous video. This is about I'll say a week later after shooting that video, the mini greenhouse tour, spring 2021. Yeah, everything has just shut up. Here we've got some giant sunflowers. I don't think I added this to the video. Some Mongolian giant sunflowers. This is going to be planted with our corn and just dotted around the garden. Here we've got some glass gem rainbow corn, popcorn. This is the one that we're going to use for popcorn. The one outside I believe is Bantam sweet corn, which is a heirloom variety, and this is also an heirloom variety, so there's no GMO going on here. Here we've got one of the loofah plants that we started from seed back in February. This one is a bit slower than the other one we have in here. Where is the other one? Oh, here it is. TK has moved it. Now it's growing along our greenhouse. This was also started the same time as the other one, but this one seems to have taken off better than the other one. And I think I spotted a nice was it a flower or, yeah, here it is. Spotted a flower there. And another one's forming over here. Yeah, last year we started this, can you believe it? I think beginning of June. That was much too late for the loofah plant, so that's another fruit we did not get anything from, so we learned our lesson. This is a micro or dwarf, if you will, tomato plant here. I think I spotted some flowers trying to form the other day. Yep, just there. Starting to form there. If it will, yeah, focus. Just in there. Which is exciting. This is not going to get very tall at all. This might stay this height for the rest of its growing life. This one is a mini cucumber, like a snacking cucumber. So it's gonna get to about maybe this length and about this width, so that should be really nice. I still have these yacons in pots, and I really need to get it in bigger pots really soon. I've only managed to put one in a pot, so hopefully the roots are developing well in here. We've got some grapes. Oh, in the last mini tour video you wouldn't have seen that. It's starting to blossom. We're gonna get some grapes this year, guys. Woo! Oh, here's another one. Here's another one as well. I think there's quite a few on here actually. Oh wow, that's exciting. Got some basil all along here. Got some cosmos. These need watering. I can see the soil is really dry right now, so even though it's a wet day, it's not a wet day inside the greenhouse. So I've got to come back and water the plants in here later on. Here's some more tomato plants. This one is called Kellogg's Breakfast. This is going to be a beef steak tomato. That's going to be, I think it's a orange, yellow or orange variety. This one is the Vernissage Black Tomato. Never had that one, never heard of it, so this should be interesting too. And this one here is Ovi's Romanian Giant. So that is supposed to be a very large beef steak one, and that's going to be red. This one's going to be a cherry, and this one's a beef steak as well. Over here we've got pink brandy wine. I heard a lot of good stuff about that one. Oh, and here we've got a new melon called a mango mel. Apparently it's supposed to taste like mango. Yes, a melon tastes like mango. So I thought that was interesting. We have 3 plants here. So I think we should do a video tasting session later on this year when we hopefully have a harvest from this, because that's really interesting. I thought that sounded really nice. We've got another tomato here called Floridity I spoke about previously. And here we've got a dahlia plant. Isn't it pretty? it's finally blossomed. It's got some more heads coming up here. It's so pretty. I think I'll up pot it into a bigger pot so it can expand, because it's really nice. Here's another cordon tomato. I think this one's Money Maker. And this one I think is called Gardener's Delight. Or I'm not too sure actually. Oh no, Alicante. That one's called. And we have got some butternut squash here. I'm not sure what's happened to the butternut squash, but it seems to have been like this for the last week. It hasn't shown any sign of growing anymore. Oh, except for this one. That's a new leaf there. This one is a new leaf coming, but that one, keep my eye on that one. Ooh, before we move on, have a look at the first blossom of the cosmos. It's a white one. How pretty is that? So pretty. I've got 2 white ones and 2 pink ones, so I should dot that around the property. Ooh, we've got loads of different heads coming up. It's really nice. Look how much the lettuce has grown since the last video, and the cabbages and the kales. They were just mere babies a week ago and it's just shot up. This is more Savoy cabbages here. Even the carrots, it's shot up significantly. Let's see if I can harvest one and show you guys. This is so exciting. I'm so sorry guys. Oh, the soil is so dry. I need to water this if it's not ready yet, but this is I just wanted to show you guys what harvesting our first carrot is like. Here we go. Oh, can you see? Can you see? Oh, let's see. Whoa, wow. It's a purple one, guys. It's a purple one. This is so cool. We're gonna have a purple carrot. We wanted to grow everything that is usually a different color. Look at the color of this carrot. So vibrant. Someone said earlier, is this, you know, the color of the vegetables? Yes, look, this is unedited and it's so bright. Wow. Ooh, let me see if I can break it on camera so we can see the inside of it. Right, let's see how the inside of this carrot looks. Excuse my finger, I had a garden accident earlier this week. I accidentally sliced my thumb with a garden knife while trying to open it. It was a new garden knife, it hadn't been used before, and it's one of those pocket ones, so it was open in the packet, and when I opened it, it went slammed into my finger here, and the rest is history. So it's still pretty sore at the moment, and I can't really do much at the moment with my hands because, yeah, I could barely bend it. So, yeah. Anyways, back to the carrot. Let's break this and see what the inside looks like. Oh, it's the same color like a normal carrot on the inside for this one. That's interesting. It's really pretty. Wow. I'm going to show TK. Right here. I'm going to have to harvest some of that later for dinner. We've been harvesting all week, so that's pretty neat. But yeah, look at all that. That's going to be bright purple, that kale over there, when it grows up. Here's a bean. Some peas that desperately needs to go outside, but the weather has just been not very good for planting out stuff, especially windy times like these. But anyways, let's continue. We've got here, this is Gardener's Delight, a well-known tomato and well-loved tomato in Britain. It's always in a gardener's garden. Here, this is Black Russian tomato. This is one, oh no, that's not Black Russian, sorry. That is actually Big Rainbow tomato. So this is going to be like a beefsteak red with like yellow streaks. So that will be really pretty. Over there, oh, I forgot all about the parsnips there for a second. I don't think it's ready yet, but I think I'll have a sneak peek to see how far again it has. I haven't previously come to see what's happened here, so everything you see here for the first time, I'm seeing for the first time as well. I don't think... ooh, oh no. I don't think that's developed any roots yet, so we'll leave that alone for now. Here we've got some more nasturtiums waiting to go outside. We've got more inside, and I think even then that's not enough, because nasturtium is a very helpful plant in a garden if you have a problem with aphids and other pests as well. What it does is the aphids is attracted to that. So if you plant this near the crops that aphids love as well, like the brassica family, like the kales, the broccolis, the cabbages, etc., they're going to go to that more likely than this. You might get a few rogue aphids, but they want to go to that. And yeah, that's what we want. So we have like a bigger, more bountiful, healthier harvest. So we're using plants to help us with the pests this year, as well as the chickens outside. Here we've got some heirloom cucumbers at the back there. This is a cucumber as well, but I don't think this one's heirloom. This is an F1 Fem Spot, it's called. Ooh, this okra is looking very poorly. Oh dear, look at that leaf. I think it needs a new pot. Here we got some borlotti beans. They have grown significantly, but they have a bit of yellowing in the leaves, so I think they have maybe possibly overgrown the pot. Well, it's not overgrown, outgrown the pot, and you can see the roots coming out here. Sorry guys. Oh, it's TK. Hello. Here we've got some watermelon. This is a blacktail watermelon that you must have seen in earlier videos. It's really taken off here. I think this is is that its first flower? Nice. Very nice. Oh, I'm so excited. I just can't wait for the weather to just warm up so we can, you know, get these things out of here. Over here we have some zinnias, some flowers. We want to add more flowers to the garden this year to bring more pollinators and attract more of those beneficial insects. Here is another Black Russian tomato plant. Very big. It's the biggest one we've got, and it's been hanging on. All its other brothers and sisters have died and passed on, but this one's still here. Here we've got one of the sweet pepper plants. The other two are in the house. It needed a bigger pot. So yeah. Oh, this one I think needs a bigger pot as well. Yep. This is how you know the plant needs more food. The roots are in search at the bottom of the pot, trying to search for more. And here's another one. Yep, all of them. They've outgrown this pot. But, ooh, starting to fruit there. And then we have some more. And we've got some more aubergine here. And more watermelons. We've got watermelons everywhere. Watermelons all there, all here. More tomatoes there. More grapes there. Tomato. Tomato. Tomato, tomato, tomato. Tomato, tomato. More tomatoes galore. Oh, and we've got some ranunculus back there. That's some more flowers. They have really taken off. I'm going to have to put those in the ground very soon. Oh, potatoes here. Charlotte potatoes. This really got out of hand. We were supposed to put some more compost in here. But yeah, I don't know if we could still do that. Look at how many leaves there are. Anyways, we've got some squash here, some winter squash, some cucumber there. Yeah, this has recently been repotted, so they were lacking some nutrients. That's why you see the discoloring in the leaves. So now that they're in their new pots, they should be fine now. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up here and get back inside to get on with the day and prepare for Sabbath that's quickly approaching. So I hope you enjoyed the video today on the progress of what's growing in the greenhouse. Happy Sabbath to you, wherever you are in the world. And until next time, see you in the next video. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye. Ooh, it's windy.